Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone. Um, this video is it's taken some time for me to make because like you guys have seen, after making my last video I kind of disappeared for a bit and I really needed to give myself time. I think that was the biggest thing. I really needed to give myself time. And I think the best way I can explain it in terms of like the tarot is I was definitely going through like a hermit period where it's like I really needed to distance myself from a lot of things in order for me to kind of soul search and figure out my way through things and kind of see what I really wanted to do and to kind of see, and learn, okay, what is right for me at this time, what feels right. It was like very much about more than, I feel like it's even more than just following my intuition. I feel like it was even more about just feeling, and sensing what feels good in terms of making the right decision. Um, about a number of different things going on with me, but specifically with YouTube and this channel and everything like that. Um, I and the break was very interesting because I always find that whenever you are going through anything, the universe always has a way of giving you guides and pointers to kind of help you in terms of making a decision or in terms of helping you understand your situation a bit better. Because what I found that was very interesting to me was before I actually made the video talking about how I was feeling about YouTube and everything like that, I honestly hadn't watched like other videos on YouTube that of like YouTubers talking about the same thing. And it was really funny that it's like I put that video out there and then it's I think it's one of them things where if you want something or if you're focused a bit more on something, all of a sudden you start noticing like um similar things happening to other people and stuff like that that maybe you wouldn't have realized or noticed before. And then funnily enough, I like came across like videos without even really searching for them. But I don't know, maybe it's also to do with YouTube because they can recommend videos based on what you like upload or view and all this kind of stuff. But I hadn't actually gone out of my way to like view anybody else's video listening to their experience of YouTube. But what was so interesting was I was watching a video to do with a completely different topic, and this person had made a similar type of video. And funnily enough, this person isn't a person that does tarot related videos. They do something completely different to what I do. And they were talking about the very similar things about how they felt kind of YouTube had changed, and how they find, I think a lot of people are finding that um that YouTube is becoming is very saturated. It's saturated with a lot of the same stuff. And so it's almost like, there are gonna be people that are gonna feel like, okay, I started my own channel and I've made these certain videos, and then obviously if they are seen to be very popular or of a high interest, of course other people are going to follow suit. And I think especially now that YouTube it is so kind of far removed from what it originally was when YouTube was first like created, or in the more earlier days. Because like I've let you guys know a number of times, I've been on YouTube for years, like a long time. I've just created different channels where I've discussed different things about different topics over time. And when I kind of felt like a something or interest or something wasn't really of interest to me anymore, I would like get rid of the channel. Maybe I'll start something else if I decide to come back, or if I decide there's something of interest that I feel like I want to share. And then it just so happened that for me, in terms of creating this channel, what I really wanted to share was tarot related stuff, because that's when tarot on my spiritual journey, tarot became a part of it, and divination. And I just really loved tarot and divination, and watching people discuss tarot. And I loved watching, and I still do watch all different kinds of videos to do with tarot. So I don't just watch like horoscopes and all this other stuff, which to be honest, now I honestly don't even watch as many horoscopes as I used to before. um but it's like, I love anything to do with just like people that review decks, people that just talk about decks. Like quite a few YouTubers are also doing like the tarot challenge and all this other stuff, watching their like chat them do the challenge and stuff like that. So for me, I just feel like I'm just a person that just loves divination and that whole thing. So that's kind of why I decided to create this channel in the first place. And it just over time became something where I decided to do, the weekly forecast, and then decided to actually, create a website and do professional readings and stuff like that. In terms of my business and, stopping the website and things, I feel like that was a very good decision for me, because I felt like I really needed to give myself the time to just cleanse and purge a whole bunch of stuff. And I think that for me, uh it I had to give myself the break that was so badly needed, I think. And I don't have any regrets about doing that. Because I just feel like as you grow, you change, and sometimes things just aren't as meaningful to you later on down the line as they are like in the moment. And I am very grateful for, the clients I've had, and the people that have helped me in that sense, definitely, because of the fact that really my main reason for even creating a business anyways, it wasn't about the money really, because I was pretty much doing that whole thing as a side thing. It wasn't like, tarot, like I'm a tarot reader uh, that's my only income and that's just what I do. Like for me, that wasn't the case. Really what it was for one, I really wanted to work with people. That's what it was. Because I really wanted to help people, and use sort of my understanding and knowledge in tarot in that respects, because I just knew how much healing is offered me and continues to offer me. And I just wanted to offer that to other people, and kind of be able to show even others, basically, that this is a tool that can really help you in your life, and it's more than just fortune telling. And I think that that's kind of another thing that over time has become even more apparent to me, as my relationship with the tarot has become more and more um, uh, like built up over time. And just, again, like it's a journey. The tarot isn't one of them things where, like, I've heard a reader say, which to me was like crazy, but I'm not trying to start any drama or anything, but I'm just saying. But I've heard somebody say like, oh, because they've mastered the tarot, and I was like, mm-mm. From the time people are saying that they've mastered like the tarot, then I already have issues with this individual, because I feel like the tarot has so much depth to it. It's like you can't master it. Like, to me, to master the tarot is like to say that you've mastered life. Like, you haven't mastered life. Like, none of us have. If that was the case, none of us would need to be here. We would just be like, who's that one? What? Melchizedek or one of them? Like, we would just be here and then just evolve and then just ascend up into heaven or wherever else. Like, we can't be we can't know everything, we can't master everything about this world or this universe and all this kind of stuff. And in that sense, I don't think it's ever possible for you to really master the tarot. Plus, most readers can't even agree on how the tarot even works, much less to say that you could master it, like, just as a system and everything else. But that's another discussion altogether. But yeah, so I just feel like, you know yeah, that was my main reason for creating a business. Like, I don't even, it's weird for me to even call it like a business per se, because I really just found it to be something that I was doing that for me felt a part of my spiritual practice. So it didn't really feel like so much of a business. It just felt like it was just a part of what I felt called to do for other people. And so did this YouTube channel. It's the same thing. And doing the weeklies and the monthlies was the same thing, just feeling like, okay, this is what I want to do in order to assist others. And so, yeah, and the only reason why I was really even charging, which, like, that's why I was saying, to me, it didn't feel like so much of a business, because the only reason why I was really charging people for readings was because before I started charging, I was doing readings for people for free and things like that. And I just found that, especially on like, well, like free reading sites, I was doing them on. And even though the experience of that was really good and everything, and again, it was about reaching people and helping people and stuff like this, I just found that a lot of people weren't asking questions where they were really important to them. Like, I just felt that sometimes people were asking questions just to ask a question, and I didn't really feel like they were really being either that serious, or they weren't really a part of the process in terms of really contributing to a reading. Because I believe that, if you're trying to heal from anything, or you're trying to get assistance from somebody else, both parties involved, the reader and the querent, have to come together and have to be equally invested in the outcome of the reading. And I just felt that for some reason, when people pay for stuff, they take things much more seriously than when it's for free. Sometimes I think stuff for free they actually take for granted. And then, for instance, like, they get a reading done by you, and then you spend the effort to do it, and they either don't like the result that you tell them, maybe because it's something they just wasn't prepared to hear, or something like this, or they just dismiss what you say altogether, because of the fact that I think that they just feel like, wow, like they haven't invested anything. So it's almost like, even in their mind, for some people, it's almost like they don't value the experience. And it's a shame that, like, obviously some people's way of doing things, or thinking like that way, kind of meant that, okay, other people had to be charged that didn't think that way. But then I just found that, generally together, like, my whole experience of having the site and people paying, that I did see a huge difference in how involved people were in the process of, again, getting results from the reading and getting the most out of it when they paid something towards it. So that was that. But and I will at some point create another one again. Like, I'm not gonna have a website though. I think I'll do an Etsy instead. And again, that would just be about being of service to people. It's not a huge, profit thing. If it was about profit and about money and everything else, I wouldn't have taken it down in the first place, and I would have still continued on doing readings if that was the thing that I was really interested in. Because um I also have other things that I do. I have a job where I work already. I have I am a massage therapist, even though, like, right now I'm not practicing as a therapist, because, but I'll let you know why that is in a bit. It just, like, now, it's soon afterwards, I'll let you know why. So yeah, I have other things that I do in terms of making money and things like this as well. So I kind of look at myself as more of an overall healer, to be honest. Because I just love the idea of, again, being of assistance to people, and just helping people in their own process of what their experience is, and being helpful in that way. So that's that. um Yours. I feel like, what, I feel honestly like this, I am going to keep this channel up. I'm not going to take this channel down. In terms of doing weeklies and monthlies, I'm not going to commit myself to doing either. So I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not going to commit myself to doing weekly and monthlies like I was previously. I just feel like, again, to me, that door has closed. And again, there's so many people that are offering it anyway. So it's like, it's not to say that me not doing it makes a huge difference in the YouTube world or anything. And I just feel like I would rather make my videos more about me coming on and speaking to you guys, still about spiritual stuff, because I'm forever going to be interested in those kind of things, still about tarot related stuff and all those kind of things. And again, just making my channel a little bit more easygoing and just a bit more free in terms of what I post, and not feeling restricted by only offering one thing to people, uh because that's not how my channel started. Originally I was talking about all different stuff, and then it's like over time it just became more about the horoscopes and stuff like that. And to be honest, I would like it to sort of get back to the way it was, and just be just discussing um all kinds of things that come to mind, but things that are, relevant to like I said previously, tarot, all those kind of stuff. Um and divination, spirituality, all those things there. So what, there's something else I was gonna be saying. Yes. You could see, like, oh my gosh. So yeah, the reason why I'm not doing massage anymore, and I think is kind of the reason why I kind of stepped back from the whole YouTube and been reassessing some things and all this other stuff, but not entirely, is because I am pregnant, and I'm 29 weeks pregnant now. And so, like, I'm 7 months and a week. And so, very soon I'm going to be having a baby, and it's a little girl. And I knew that from before I even had the scan. Because with me, this is my second pregnancy, and I always know what I'm having. Like, I always know. Like, as soon as I find out, like, I know that I'm pregnant, I instantly know, like, whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. And this time, like, I knew it was going to be a girl. And then it's like, I did the whole scan thing anyway, and had them confirm and all this other stuff, but I was like already certain. And so I'm very glad and happy about that. And I'm definitely happy um about all the stuff that is to come with that experience, and having, a new addition to the family and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on too. And what was so funny is the last video I made, somebody commented, a subscriber commented, and they just mentioned in the comments, like, oh, because you're pregnant and this is this. And I'm like, how did this person even know, like, that I was pregnant? Like, I know that obviously, like, my face is, like, you guys mostly see my face, and I know it's like bigger and stuff, but I was like, how do they know that I'm just not putting on weight and things? But, and the funny thing to me was the way the person worded the comment. Like, they didn't question, like, they weren't like, oh, are you pregnant? They were like pretty set and like, oh, you're pregnant, kind of thing. And I just didn't respond, because I wasn't prepared at that time to, like, let it be known to, like, on YouTube and stuff about being pregnant and things. And probably later on down the line I will discuss why that was, and because a lot of that has to do with previous things that I've shared on my channel, but I haven't really told the whole backstory. um so yeah, that'll be another video for another day. So yes, that's kind of where I'm at now. I don't know why I kind of do feel like I should be pulling some kind of card or something. But so maybe, like, as a follow up, I'm probably gonna do a reading. Because that's the thing I want to make clear. It's not to say I'm not gonna be doing, like, readings at all, but I'm not gonna be doing, like, weeklies and monthlies. I feel like I more want to do general readings, and versus doing, like, all the signs and all that kind of stuff. So I'll just say kind of just bear with me, and you know, we're gonna see how this goes basically. But I'm not gone, but we're gonna see how, you know, the channel kind of grows and evolves over time. So peace and many blessings to you guys. I'll be seeing you. Bye.